At this point, Jackson does not have a business magazine which is specifically produced for the Tri-County area, the metro area. Has not had one for several years. I think now with the momentum in the metro area and the capital city specifically, that the time is right for a publication produced by a native. I'm from South Jackson, which to me is as native as you can get. The time is right for a magazine which is pro-business, and I can get back to what I mean by that later, pro-Jackson, pro-metro area, which is aesthetically pleasing to look at, which is well written, which will contain investigative pieces of interest to our readers, and will also contain profiles of entrepreneurs and business people in our community who are succeeding despite a bad economy. The time is right for that publication. I mean, now we have the King Edward coming online here in December and January. The Ferry Street project is nearing completion. There are a lot of exciting things happening in the metro area, and unfortunately a lot of our local media does not either cover that or tends to focus on the negative things in our city. Our citizens deserve and need a positive voice for business, which is what makes this community strong, and that's what Greater Jackson Business will provide. I maintain, and this almost sounds like a cliche, but I think it is true specifically in Jackson and the metro area, that the small, locally owned businesses are indeed the backbone of our community. When you shop and patronize the local businesses, you are putting money back into the local economy. Now, a lot of local writers beat that drum, and I support them wholeheartedly, but there is not, again, a business publication that covers these people who ordinarily, let's face it, do not get the press unless someone is shot on the premises or unless there's a bankruptcy or an embezzlement. They do not get the coverage they deserve. To me, it is a sexy story, or it is a story of merit to write about and promote local businesses and entrepreneurs who are succeeding in spite of the economy. And they're people we know. They are people who live next door to us, who go to our church, who go to our civic groups, people we pass in the grocery store every day. They own businesses, they work in businesses that are locally owned and operated, and yet they don't get the recognition they deserve. So while I'm not going to be antagonistic toward the bigger corps, certainly not the bigger corporations in the Tri-County area like Trustmark or East Group, fine companies and others. I will be paying special attention to the small businesses and the small entrepreneurs because I'm one too. And let me also say this, I have never been accused of being politically correct, but I think there is a burgeoning strong African-American business class in the metro community which gets no coverage whatsoever. I would ask anyone watching this to pick up a local publication and see any coverage of African-American business owners or employees. We will remedy that in the Greater Jackson Business because I think it's the right thing to do. These black businessmen and women deserve coverage, and they will get it in our publication, as will all successful entrepreneurs. I think the money is there. We're seeing a freeing up of money for advertising and discretionary spending. However, there is still a fear because there are some economic forecasters nationally who are saying that we're in for a rough ride in 2010. While it's true that Jackson does remain insulated, we still get or reap the negative effects of such bad economic policies or procedures coming down from Washington or Wall Street. So the weakness is the uncertainty. The strengths are you are dealing with local businesses. You're dealing with, again, the people you know. I think they are people you trust. That word is bandied about a lot in business advertising. But when you know the person that you're shopping from, you tend to trust them more, which is why I think it's important to shop at the local businesses or eat at the local restaurants. So the strength, honestly, is the relationship. And I do think in these economic uncertain times, we have got to spend our money with our local merchants. We have got to. Certainly you still have to shop at Target or Walmart occasionally or Kroger, But there's McDade's, there's Lemuria, one of the finest bookstores in the state. There's local coffee shops. We're in one right now, Sneaky Beans in Fondren. These people are putting out great products, and they're doing so by their own bootstraps. We need to support them, and this magazine will support them. We launched a Facebook page for Greater Jackson Business just maybe 10 days ago, and we already have over 1,200 members, which is fascinating. I can't take all the credit for that because a lot of friends spread the word, and I appreciate that. What we hope to do is expand the coverage area and the message of the publication. One thing we will be doing with this magazine, which I've never seen done even nationally, is have follow-up interviews with people who are profiled in the magazine on YouTube, on Facebook. We will use the video medium like we're using now to expound upon and expand the articles that we present in the magazine. We also will be utilizing blogs extensively. I will be blogging probably on a daily basis. Twitter will be utilized. We're dragging ourselves into the 21st century, but you have to. The magazine will also be online for free, so people who perhaps miss a copy can go online, flip through the pages, and download and print out any articles they wish. And let me go back to something, a point you brought up about magazines and why a magazine now. Greater Jackson Business is going to be published monthly. And to me, that's an advantage not only to the reader but to the advertiser because there's a longer shelf life. This publication will not pile up unread because people are so busy, especially in the business community. They don't have time to read something every day, or they don't have time to read something every week, and they get a lot of their news online. With Greater Jackson Business, the news is presented in such a way in the features whereby it's still timely a month after you receive or pick up a copy of your publication. So for example, a busy businessman or woman can slip Greater Jackson Business in their briefcase and hopefully get back to it in 3 weeks or 4 weeks and read it and still be timely and interesting and thought-provoking. But yes, we will be utilizing new media in ways that I don't think have been or has been utilized by any local publication. I don't want to give away a whole lot, but I will say an investigative cover story, another investigative story within the piece. We will have 2 features on 2 very fascinating African-American entrepreneurs. We will have columnist Jim Craig, who is a locally well-known attorney and is also a blogger. Stacy Wall of Pinnacle Trust will be contributing a column. Julie Skipper, who is well known as a downtown Jackson advocate, has written a piece for us. We will have a section called Community Works, in which we focus on businesses that are doing outstanding things beyond their business in the community. They're using their resources to help others in the community, which is another very important part of the new economic paradigm we're going through or living in. And you will also see a real estate classified section. You will see the usual people to watch, ladder climbers, people who have been promoted or new hires, but they will have their own color section. You won't have to dig through their names like you do in other publications in little black and white pictures. They're going to be treated as royalty in this magazine. I think the content will be very diverse. Some of it will be controversial, but none of it will be derogative toward our city. It will be pro-business and it will be pro-metro. And I say that because I'm not out to be the Wall Street Journal. I'm out to promote my city. And sometimes you have to ruffle feathers in order to make change happen. And if we need to do that, we will.